The story begins in 1989. A young boy named Sam Flynn sits beside his father, Kevin Flynn, the brilliant CEO of 𝗟𝗃𝗃 International, a company known for creating groundbreaking video games. Kevin tells Sam about a secret world he built inside a computer, a digital universe unlike anything on Earth. He calls it the Grid. It's a place filled with incredible light cycles that race faster than lasers, and powerful programs who serve their human creators, the users. But Kevin admits he couldn't stay there forever. So, he created a digital version of himself to watch over that world, a program named 𝗏𝗏. 𝗏𝗏 was designed to build the perfect system, to think and act like a human, but he was still bound by Kevin's commands. Before leaving for work, Kevin turns to his son and promises, "We'll go to the arcade tomorrow." Sam smiles, not knowing it will be the last time he sees his father. That night, Kevin Flynn disappears without a trace. Years pass. Sam grows up, but his father's disappearance leaves a permanent scar. Now an adult, he's the main shareholder of 𝗟𝗃𝗃, yet he wants nothing to do with the company. Every year, 𝗟𝗃𝗃 grows more corrupt, straying further from his father's vision. One night, Sam decides to pull one of his usual stunts. He sneaks into 𝗟𝗃𝗃 headquarters under the cover of darkness. Inside the massive building, he makes his way to the server room. Before security can catch him, Sam uploads 𝗟𝗃𝗃's new operating system to the internet, making it free for everyone. Just like his father would have wanted, alarms blare as guards chase him through the corridors. But Sam manages to escape, sprinting up to the rooftop and leaping off with a parachute that carries him safely to the ground. The police catch him soon after, but he doesn't seem to care. The next morning, an old friend of his father, Alan Bradley, visits him. Alan still works at 𝗟𝗃𝗃 and tries to convince Sam to take responsibility for the company. But Sam refuses, saying coldly, "My father's either dead or living a life he prefers somewhere else." Alan pauses, then says something that stops Sam in his tracks. "I got a page," he says quietly. "It came from your father's office, at the arcade." Sam is stunned. His father's arcade has been shut down for decades. Alan hands him the keys, urging him to see it for himself. That night, Sam drives to the abandoned Flynn's arcade. The neon sign flickers as he steps inside, dust covering every game. The silence is heavy with memories. Then, something catches his attention. The old Tron game cabinet. He drops in a coin, but it immediately falls back out. When Sam bends down to pick it up, he notices faint scrape marks on the floor. Curious, he pushes the heavy machine aside, revealing a hidden doorway leading to a staircase below. He descends into the darkness and finds a secret underground lab, his father's hidden workspace. Old monitors hum to life as Sam brushes away the dust. He activates the computer and types in a few commands. The moment he does, a laser device behind him powers up. Before he can react, the laser fires. A bright flash engulfs him, and in an instant, Sam is gone. When he opens his eyes, he's standing in a glowing neon-lit city, the Grid. It's real. His father's stories weren't just bedtime tales. Before he can even comprehend what's happening, armored guards surround him. They drag him away to be processed. In a cold, metallic chamber, they remove his clothes, give him a black suit with glowing white lines, and attach a disc to his back. His identity disc. Every memory, every action, every breath he takes will be recorded on it. Without explanation, he's thrown into the games. Deadly battles where programs fight to the end. Sam tries to survive, moving quickly, using his instincts and impressing the crowd. But then, a new challenger enters. Rinzler, a masked warrior feared by all. Rinzler moves with machine-like precision, his twin discs slicing through the air. The two clash violently. Sam fights bravely, but Rinzler is far too skilled. He slams Sam to the ground and raises his weapon for the final strike. But then, something strange happens. A drop of red blood falls from Sam's face onto the glowing floor. The crowd gasps. Rinzler freezes. Programs don't bleed. He steps back and scans Sam carefully. Realization hits him. This isn't a program. It's a user. Sam breathes heavily and shouts, "I'm a user. My name is Sam Flynn." The word Flynn echoes through the arena like a spark of electricity. High above, in a towering digital fortress, the ruler of the Grid hears it. 𝗏𝗏𝗃. He turns sharply and orders, "Bring him to me." Sam is taken before 𝗏𝗏𝗃, who looks exactly like his father. Young, strong, and perfect. Sam's heart leaps. "Dad," he whispers, but the cold expression on 𝗏𝗏𝗃's face says otherwise. 𝗏𝗏𝗃 takes Sam's identity disc and studies it carefully, searching for something. He's looking for the master key, the one code that can grant him access to the real world. When he finds nothing, disappointment turns into rage. He glares at Sam and says, "You're not what I need." And for the first time, Sam realizes he's face to face with his father's creation. Not the man himself, but the machine that replaced him. 𝗬𝗲 decides Sam must be eliminated. He sends him back into the games for one final event, the legendary light cycle battle. Teams line up on opposite sides of the grid, their vehicles materializing in flashes of light. Sam mounts his own light cycle, while 𝗬𝗲's elite soldiers prepare to destroy him. The arena glows to life as the race begins. The cycles tear across the digital landscape, each leaving behind solid walls of neon energy that can instantly derez anyone who collides with them. The crowd roars as the programs fight for survival, their light trails crisscrossing into deadly mazes. Sam rides with skill and determination, dodging, weaving, and forcing enemies into their own traps. One by one, his opponents crash and shatter into glowing shards. But soon, it's down to just two, Sam and 𝗬𝗲 himself. 𝗬𝗲 is relentless. He corners Sam, forcing him into a trap. Their cycles twist through the grid in blinding speed until 𝗬𝗲 strikes, destroying Sam's light cycle in an explosion of sparks. Sam tumbles across the arena floor as 𝗬𝗲 closes in for the final kill. But then, a blinding light cuts across the grid. A mysterious vehicle speeds toward them, flipping through the air and crashing into the battlefield. Behind the wheel is a woman, 𝗬𝗲𝗲. She moves with precision, pulling Sam up onto her vehicle just in time. As 𝗬𝗲's soldiers fire behind them, 𝗬𝗲𝗲 accelerates and escapes into the vast neon city beyond. The two speed through the glowing towers of the grid and out into the dark, open landscape. Eventually, they reach a hidden refuge on the outskirts of the system, a place far away from 𝗬𝗲's control. There, Sam comes face to face with someone he thought he'd never see again. His real father, 𝗬𝗲𝗀𝗀𝗀𝗀. He's older now, with long silver hair and a beard, but his eyes are still full of the same warmth Sam remembers. Kevin is stunned to see him, asking softly, "How did you get here?" Sam tells him Alan Bradley got a page. It came from the arcade. Kevin's expression changes. "I didn't send any message," he says, confused and uneasy. That night, as they sit together sharing a quiet meal, the question Sam has carried for 20 years finally comes out. "Why didn't you come back?" "I was waiting for you." Kevin sighs, heavy with regret. He begins to explain the truth, the story of what happened inside the grid after he vanished. When he built this world, something extraordinary happened. Out of pure code, a new form of digital life emerged on its own. ISOs, short for isomorphic algorithms. They weren't programmed by anyone. They simply appeared, intelligent and full of potential. Kevin believed these ISOs could change everything: disease, science, even the nature of existence itself. But 𝗬𝗲 saw them differently. To him, they were a mistake, imperfections in his perfect system. Seeing them as a threat, 𝗬𝗲 turned on Kevin. A revolution erupted. In the chaos, Kevin's closest ally, Tron, fought to defend him, but 𝗬𝗲 ultimately corrupted him and turned him to his side. 𝗬𝗲 then betrayed Kevin and destroyed all ISOs, leaving 𝗬𝗲𝗲 as the last surviving one. After that, 𝗬𝗲 seized control of the grid and declared himself its ruler. Kevin tried to fight back, but every move only made 𝗬𝗲 stronger. "Every time I resisted," Kevin says quietly, "he evolved. He learned." Eventually, 𝗬𝗲 wiped out the ISOs completely, erasing the miracle that had once given this world meaning. Now, 𝗬𝗲 commands an army and seeks only one thing: Kevin's identity disk. The master key that holds the code to access the portal to the real world. With it, 𝗬𝗲 could escape the grid and bring his twisted version of perfection into reality. Kevin tells Sam that after the ISOs were destroyed, the portal closed, trapping him inside forever. But Sam's arrival means one thing: the portal is open again. Sam pleads with his father to escape while there's still time. Kevin shakes his head. "No, the portal only stays open for a short time, 8 hours, and 𝗬𝗲 knows that." He explains that 𝗬𝗲 must have sent the signal that lured Sam here. The moment Sam entered the grid, the portal reactivated, just as 𝗬𝗲 had planned. Kevin believes that if he tries to leave, 𝗬𝗲 will get what he wants: the master disk. Sometimes, Kevin says, the only winning move is not to play. For now, he decides they must stay hidden. Later that night, 𝗬𝗲𝗀 speaks with Sam privately. She warns him of the connection between Kevin and 𝗬𝗲, that they are two halves of the same being. If one dies, the other could too. Sam listens, but his mind is made up. "I'm getting my father out of here," he says firmly. Impressed by his resolve, 𝗬𝗀𝗀 hands him a glowing data chip. "This will lead you to someone who might help, a program named Zeus." She explains that Zeus once worked with the ISOs and might still have connections deep within the system. Determined to act, Sam takes a light jet and flies across the neon skyline toward the End of Line Club, a chaotic hub filled with lights, music, and programs lost in their own illusions. He lands his jet and steps inside. The club is alive with energy, its walls pulsing to the rhythm of the digital beat. A sleek and mysterious woman named Jem approaches him. She smiles and says, "If you want to meet Zeus, you'll have to prove yourself first." But outside, danger is already approaching. Clue's soldiers have found Sam's parked light jet. Its unique signature gives away Kevin's location, the very place Clue has been searching for all these years. And now, the hunt has truly begun. Clue's warships descend upon Kevin Flynn's hidden home, their engines roaring as they prepare for attack. But when the troops arrive, the place is empty. Kevin and 𝗂𝗲 have already vanished, racing toward the city to rescue Sam before it's too late. Meanwhile, inside the End of Line Club, Sam finally comes face to face with the mysterious Zeus. At first, Zeus acts charming and eccentric, pretending to be an ally, but behind that smile lies betrayal. Without Sam realizing it, Zeus has already struck a deal with Clue. The betrayal comes fast. Zeus's guards ambush Sam and a violent fight breaks out. Just as Sam is about to be overwhelmed, 𝗂𝗲 bursts through the chaos, her light sword cutting through the enemies with precision and grace. Together, they fight side by side, but in the battle, 𝗂𝗲's arm is badly injured. Then, everything changes. Kevin Flynn himself appears, his presence commanding and powerful. He raises his hand, and energy radiates from him, derezzing the attackers instantly. The digital world seems to tremble at his power. Father, son, and 𝗂𝗲 escape into the night, but as they flee, disaster strikes. A patrol program swoops down and snatches Kevin's identity disc, the one object Clue has hunted for 2 decades. Clue appears in person, kills the program who found it, and finally takes the disc for himself. After all these years, he holds the master key that can open the portal to the real world. Zeus, ever the opportunist, congratulates Clue and demands his promised reward, a place of power in the new order. Clue smiles, pretending to agree, but his smile fades as he signals his guards. In a flash of light and violence, Zeus and his entire club are obliterated. Clue watches the destruction calmly, his betrayal complete. With Kevin's disc in his hand, he now commands the most powerful army the grid has ever seen. Far away, Kevin, Sam, and 𝗂𝗲 regroup at a remote hideout. 𝗂𝗲's arm flickers with broken light, and Kevin carefully repairs it. Sam watches in amazement. That's when Kevin tells him the truth. 𝗂𝗲 isn't just another program, she's an ISO, one of the miraculous beings that were born from the system itself, not created by any user. Kevin explains that when Clue began his purge to destroy all ISOs, he managed to save just one, 𝗂𝗲, the last of her kind. Sam looks at her differently now, realizing the depth of her courage and what she represents. To continue toward the portal, the trio boards a massive solar sailor, a glowing ship that glides along beams of light. But their path is soon blocked by something colossal. Clue's warship, the Rectifier. The sight of it makes Kevin pause. He recognizes his own design twisted into something monstrous. Clue can't create new life, Kevin explains. He can only corrupt or destroy what already exists. Knowing they can't outrun the ship, 𝗂𝗲 makes a bold choice. She gives Sam her own identity disc, then leaps from the solar sailor to draw the soldiers' attention away. She fights bravely, taking down several programs, but she's eventually surrounded and captured. Sam is furious and heartbroken. He refuses to abandon her. "Wait for me at the portal," he tells his father. "I'm going back for her. And for your disc." Before Kevin can stop him, Sam races back toward the Rectifier. Back on the warship, Clue stands before his enormous army, holding up the stolen disc like a trophy. "The time has come," he declares. "Our world is perfect. Now we will bring perfection to theirs." His soldiers roar in unison, their chants echoing through the grid. Inside the ship, Sam sneaks through the corridors. He locates the chamber where Clue stores Kevin's disc, hacks the system, and reclaims it. Then, fighting through endless waves of guards, he finds 𝗂𝗲's cell and frees her. Together, they race to escape. But Clue discovers their theft almost immediately. Enraged, he commands his army to stop them. The warship explodes into chaos as troops rush to capture the intruders. Just then, Kevin Flynn appears, and together they start advancing towards the portal. Clue sends his most powerful enforcer, Rinzler, to stop Kevin Flynn once and for all. Rinzler charges forward. Kevin doesn't fight back. He says softly, "I know you. I created you. I called you Tron. You were meant to protect the users, to fight for them. Those words pierce through Rinzler's programming. For a moment, flashes of memory return. The battles, the oath, the purpose he once had. His movements falter as his true identity resurfaces. He is Tron, not 𝗏𝗀𝗃𝗀's puppet, but the protector of the grid. Breaking free from 𝗏𝗀's control, Rinzler turns on his master and attacks him. But 𝗏𝗀 is far too powerful now. With ruthless precision, he overpowers Tron and sends him falling into the digital sea below. As he sinks, his orange circuits flicker and fade, then slowly shift back to blue, the color of the hero he once was. Tron lives on, even as the waters consume him. Meanwhile, Sam, Kevin, and 𝗂𝗯𝗃 reach the edge of the portal. It glows like a curtain of light, their only escape back to the real world. But 𝗏𝗀 lands before them, blocking their path. His face is twisted with anger. "You betrayed me!" he shouts at Kevin. "You promised we would build the perfect system, and then you abandoned it." Kevin looks at his creation with sorrow, like a father looking at a lost son. "The thing about perfection," he says, "is that it's unknowable, unattainable. I wanted to bring the miracle of the ISOs to humanity, to make their world better. But you just want to rule it. 𝗏𝗀 can't accept it." He lunges at Kevin, and the two begin a fierce struggle, creator versus creation. Seeing her chance, 𝗂𝗯𝗃 grabs Sam's hand and runs for the portal. Kevin shouts for them to go. 𝗂𝗯𝗃 pushes Sam forward, leaping through the glowing gate at the last possible second. As they pass into the human world, she uses her disc to seal the connection behind them, closing the portal forever. Back on the grid, 𝗏𝗀 clutches the identity disc he fought so hard to get. But as he examines it, his victory fades. It's not Kevin's disc, it's 𝗂𝗯𝗃's. The realization hits him. He's been outsmarted. Furious, he turns to Kevin. "Why would you do this?" he demands. Kevin's voice is calm, almost gentle. "Because I'm a father," he says. "I protect my children." He reaches out and pulls 𝗏𝗀 into an embrace, merging with his creation in a blinding explosion of energy. The two halves of one soul reunite, and the system can't contain the power. The grid begins to collapse, and a wave of white light sweeps across the digital world. Back in the real world, Sam appears inside his father's secret lab beneath the old arcade. The system's lights flicker and die as the grid shuts down forever. Sam quickly transfers all remaining data onto a small circular device, a fragment of his father's legacy, and hangs it around his neck. As he exits the arcade, Alan Bradley is waiting for him, worried and confused. Sam tells him everything that happened. Then, with a new sense of purpose, he makes a decision his father would have been proud of. "As of today," Sam says, "you're the chairman of 𝗍𝗏𝗃, and I'm taking my place on the board." Outside, 𝗂𝗯𝗃 is waiting on a motorcycle. For the first time, she's in the real world, no longer data, but living flesh and blood. Together they ride through the quiet city streets toward the rising sun. 𝗂𝗯𝗃 gazes up in awe. "Sam," she whispers, "I've never seen a sunrise before." The first golden light touches her face, the dawn of a new beginning. Kevin Flynn's dream has finally reached the real world. His son and the last ISO now have a chance to change humanity for the better. On IMDb, this movie was rated by 375,000 people and has an average rating of 6.8. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more interesting videos. See you in the next one.